Hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi, so we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a love reading, and what's coming through is something about pheromones, like your natural pheromones, your natural scent. There's something about it changing right before you guys come into union with your divine counterpart. You may use that phrase, or you may say twin flame. You could also say kingdom spouse, but you're about to be coming into union, and you're going to be noticing how you smell different, particularly like after you've working out and you've been sweating. You could be noticing like your sweat smells different. There's something about your pheromones that will be changing right before you come into union. This is also connected with the reprogramming that is going on with Mother Earth's children, because as she moves on up in frequency, we're having ascension symptoms, which means our whole psyche is being rewired. And there's something about this that is changing the chemical makeup within your being. But also before you come into union with your person, this God ordained relationship, this connection where you're both going to be asked to be on the front lines, as well as being in a romantic connection. I'm hearing fairy tale, so it's going to be an aspect that does feel like a fairy tale, but you have come here to incarnate, to be of service in some way and to assist the collective in some way. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but your scent, there's something about your natural scent that has been changing. You could notice that maybe you're drawn to people that smell a certain way. You could be smelling a certain scent that you can't put your finger on, but you know at your core, you know at the soul level, you're like, that smells like my husband, or that smells like my wife. Like, that's the energy that's coming through. So we're going to start with the Romance Angels deck. What do the collective most need to hear right now, Spirit? We have here deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This what is being removed. This is what you're being steered away from, I'm hearing. And I'm being shown a steering wheel, but it's like the steering wheel was attached to the back of your head. So you see this Cupid here that is on this woman. It's like there's a steering wheel on the back of her head, and the Cupid's trying to turn her over here, like over here. No, no, no. Leave these demons alone. Leave these people alone who are staying. They are choosing to stay in the karmic trenches. You don't belong here. You belong over there. You are choosing to do better and want better for yourself, and you've been pouring into yourself so much, pouring so much love within yourself. And I'm being shown like the sun, like you've been pouring this sunshine energy within you, and you now know what you deserve. There's also going to be people who are revealing who they are. You could be looking at people and seeing like a witch's face. You could be looking at someone and see like a demon's face, a witch's face, a demonic face, and you're like looking again like, what the fuck? Because your clairvoyance is activating, but the mask are falling off left, right, and center. You are seeing who people are. You are seeing through the illusions of this realm as well, of this world, of Mother Earth, and what it really is. We are all souls, and we come here to have that human experience, and it is a school. So we come here to learn lessons, but we also come here to clear karma, and then we do come here as well to play and to experience pleasure. You're waking up to what this realm, to what this world really is, and you're going to be seeing people's true face. You're going to be seeing their soul, but also who they're choosing to be in this lifetime, the role they've come to play here on earth in this lifetime. You're seeing it very, very loud and clear. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Trust what you are seeing. Trust your intuition right now, because it's never been more powerful, I'm hearing. Some of you guys could be seeing signs in red. And maybe you're having dreams and you're seeing certain shapes and signs and it's in red. And maybe you're having certain spirit guides or elders and ancestors visiting you, passed over loved ones. They could be wearing red. There's something very, very significant about the colour red. Maybe you and your person are wearing red when you bump into each other, when you meet. And I said bumped into each other. So some of you guys could literally be bumping into each other. You look at this here. She kind of looks like she's tripped and she's falling into him. Like, that's the energy that's coming through. So maybe that actually happens. You may not be looking where you're going when you meet this person. That's coming through for someone. Or you could just be a bit of a klutz. I'm hearing the word klutz, like a bit clumsy. And maybe this is something that they find very endearing and cute about you. For some of you, your Cupid, we all have a Cupid angel, right? But for some of you, this is going to be your spirit baby that is leading you to your person. And you know this. And you could be having a lot of dreams and a lot of visitations right now from your spirit baby. And you see this man here. He's pointing, he's holding this stick and he's pointing to the clouds. So do remember to pay attention when you're out and about, when you're outside, because you're going to be getting signs from the Most High God about this connection, about your union in the physical from the clouds. You're going to be seeing these signs in the clouds. This card to flow out here is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I'm hearing Ghost Whisperer. Ghost Whisperer is a program, a US program. I used to watch it. It's about a medium. And she literally sees ghosts. She sees spirits as clear as day. She sees them as clearly as she sees human beings. So some of you guys could be a very, very powerful clairvoyant. It doesn't mean that you're actually practicing, but you could be. But you're a very, very powerful clairvoyant. Others of you, I feel like you get messages from the deceased. I'm hearing you get messages from the deceased through your scent, through clear smelling. But I'm hearing like waking up and smelling the roses, waking up and smelling the roses. When you meet this person, when you're in union, this is how you're going to be. And a very, very soft energy, and this is for the masculine as well. It's going to allow you both to come into your soft nature and when you first met for a while. And this needs to happen because it needs to trigger this gentleness within you, because this is going to help both of you when it comes to your healing and activate more of your supernatural abilities and gifts that maybe both of you don't know that you have yet. And it's only by coming into physical union that you both hold the key to each other that you can activate these gifts. And these gifts are needed right now in this time of warfare. Jeez. One at a time, Spirit. We have here children. Your love life is being affected by children. Some of you guys could already have kids, but again, this is that confirmation. Your Cupid, your spirit babies are leading you to each other. I'm seeing this like the red string of fate. You guys could be dreaming about the red string of fate, but again, the color red is very significant. It is connected to the root chakra. So you may be noticing that you're feeling more stable in yourself, in your being, in your body. They're telling me to slow down. And I feel like this is what's going to be happening right before you come into union. Everything's going to slow down. So if you're someone who's been a busy bee, you've been rushing about here, there and everywhere, you're going to slow down before you come into union. It's almost like a stop. Like everything comes to a stop and then you just bump into each other. This is the energy that's coming through. Some of you guys could have a dog. You could have recently have just bought a puppy. Or when you were meeting this person, they could have a dog. And then maybe like before you have children, you decide to have children, you guys could have, you could get a dog first or get a cat first. Something like that is coming through. You're going to be remembering your past lives of where you knew each other before. And for some of you guys, you knew each other in Victorian times. Given Victorian, like Europe, Victorian UK energy is coming through here. And there's something about when you kiss and when you were intimate, this is when a lot of this remembrance is going to activate. And you can see it in each other's eyes. So it's like when you are making love and you're looking into each other's eyes, it's like you are seeing memories of where you've been making love before, but you were different people in different lifetimes. It's like this is flashing through both of your eyes. Very, very intense, very powerful. It's going to be like nothing you've ever experienced before when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to sex. What else, Spirit? For others, some of you could have a children and you can meet this your divine counterpart through your child. Like maybe they're your child's teacher, something like that. They could like start at their school if they're moving on up. Because I'm recording this during the summer holiday. So before your child goes back to school, maybe they're starting at a new school because they're moving up in the year. You can meet this person there. For some of you, simply love. You see, this kind of looks like a teacher and then a student. What is coming through? But you're going to be that for each other, both the teacher and both the student for each other. Equally yoked, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing this kind of sun that's behind them, this halo that's behind them as an egg. So you guys could be seeing eggs everywhere. Maybe you're feeling very drawn to the egg symbol and what it represents. Obviously, it's connected to the ovaries, but it represents life, it represents creativity, creation itself. And I'm staring at this orb that is like hovering over this book here that this boy is holding. This book is giving ancient scrolls, like the Akashic records. Right now you can really tap into not only your Akashic records but your divine counterparts Akashic records. Some of you guys could be seeing these golden orbs everywhere. They could be following you around everywhere. If it's not in your waking world, this could be in the dream state. And some of you could be dreaming of this golden orb and it leads you into this room that has all these old ancient scrolls. It's like it's leading you to your Akashic records, but the Akashic records that the both of you share. It's like you have Akashic records between you and it has its own room in the spirit world and this orb is leading you there. It's very, very powerful. You could be having dreams like this. It could also look like an old, ancient, really beautiful library. We have the throat chakra. Number 5, change, transformation. You guys could be noticing that your throat, you could be tripping up on your words recently. Or maybe when you go to speak to certain people, particularly people where you're seeing the demonic faces, the witchy faces, you're seeing who they truly are, you can notice that your throat just completely, nope. You don't want to speak. You don't want to say anything around these people, particularly if they're asking about your love life. It's just that I'm just getting a nope. And this isn't coming like a psychic attack. This isn't from the dark forces. This is the Most High God saying, don't speak around these people. Don't tell them anything. Don't tell them your secrets. Don't tell them what you your next steps are going to be, or what you feel like is coming into your life next. Some of you guys may be surprised by these faces, who you're seeing them on. You may be surprised who you're seeing these masks on right now. But your throat chakra is going through a powerful level up. And I'm also getting kind of like a shh. I'm hearing a hush, 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 and a shh when it comes to your throat. Again, it's like this calm. There's like this calmness and this gentleness and this stopping that's coming over you. So maybe you've gone into like a hermit mode and you're doing this because when you meet this person, you're going to have a lot of catching up to do. There's going to be like a lot of speaking, and a lot of something else. They're saying oral. A lot of something else. So you're going to be like, it's like it needs a rest. Like your throat, your voice, it needs a rest. We have here heal. That's what you've been doing. You could be seeing the number 17 everywhere, but this is what you've been doing, healing, breaking the chains, stepping more into your light, claiming your power. And you see on his chest here, to me, I was seeing a sword. It looks like both a star and then a sword that is in his chest. So this is Archangel Michael that is stepping forward, that has been assisting you in cutting the cords and breaking the chains and freeing not only yourself, but your ancestors. A lot of you, you've been doing this work over your divine counterpart as well. You may not know who they are yet. You may not at all have any clue who they are yet. You know who they are in the spirit, but in the physical, you may not know who they are. But you've still been doing this work and directing the spiritual work that you do for yourself when you pray for yourself. You pray for your divine counterpart as well. And that's been really helping them on the other side, freeing them. Particularly this is a masculine, because when you're the divine feminine energy, you're the shield in the spirit. What else, spirit? Some of you guys could be hearing, like, clairaudiently, chains falling and crashing. And that's like that confirmation you've done it. You've freed yourself and you've also assisted your divine counterpart in becoming free. We have just to breathe. Yeah, there's something about you guys needing just to rest, rejuvenate and reset. I'm being shown the word reset. Allow yourself to reset, because this is what is going on. There's so much going on within your physical, your mental, your emotional, your nervous system, your spirit and your ethereal body. All bodies, there's a lot going on. You're being rewired. You're connecting more to your star seed lineage, to where you come from, when it pertains to up there or over there on the other side. Some of you guys could be drawn to be wearing completely different clothes, like you want to completely like revamp your wardrobe. This is to do with your rebirth and you claiming your new identity, but it's also partly to do with you coming into union. And again, there's something about the way you smell and the scents that you're drawn to going forward are going to be very, very different. Some of you guys could have recently gone through your perfumes. You could have noticed that you had a perfume that had actually broken and maybe it leaked. That's coming through is significant for someone. What else, spirit? We have refusing to see. This is going to be either the divine feminine or the divine masculine in the relationship. One of you was more connected to the Most High God and to the spiritual path, and the other one was more shielded and closed off and wasn't seeing. This person has had a huge awakening, a huge kick up the arse when it comes to their ancestors and their spiritual court. This helmet is being removed. All this walls and these guards and these chains and everything they wrap themselves in. They wrap themselves and protect themselves. This is all being removed. For some of them, they could have literally thought the person that is more connected to the Most High God, that is more on this spiritual path, that is more awake and aware, they could have thought was a witch or a warlock. That wasn't seeing the other person correctly. That's for those of you who knows who this person is and they've been watching. In your past lives, you've been in a lot of war and a lot of battle. And you've both seen each other pass away on the battlefield, I'm hearing, or in the middle of a warfare. But you've both seen each other pass away. So this is a fear you had to work through. And obviously right now, it's no coincidence. There's a lot of unions, divine unions coming together right now when we're literally in World War III. We're at the peak of this warfare, this spiritual warfare. And yes, the war is in the spirit and not in the flesh. But remember, whatever happens in the spirit, it will happen in the physical. So this is why we're seeing more countries who are now experiencing actual physical war, because also the foundations are falling and crumbling. They have to. The old paradigm is breaking. It has to. So everything has to fall and crash and burn, and then we need to rebuild again. But we need to rebuild in God's image, not those who have a certain agenda of what they want for this world. And this is what you have come here to do. If you're a divine counterpart, a twin flame, a kingdom spouse, this is what you have come here to do, to be God's warrior on the ground. But it's like these certain walls and armor is being removed, and then you're going to be cloaked and you're going to be armored up with lights. So there is one in the connection who wasn't seeing clearly. They've just gone for a huge, they've just been shocked and woken up and shit. I remember what I'm here for. I remember what I'm here for. I know who this person is. I know who divine feminine is. I know who my divine masculine is. They're being bombarded with signs at present. They could be seeing 222 everywhere. We have here heart chakra. Yeah, this is what's being activated and awoken. The heart chakra has to be. And you have to be tapped into the truth, to the fact that the heart is a portal. It's not just an organ like the womb. If you're a woman here watching, you have a womb. That's a gate. That's a portal between this physical world and the spiritual world. It's also the key in creation and life itself. But so is the heart. That's a portal. That's a gateway. It has to completely be cracked open and expanded for you to really tap into its true power. And not only use that to manifest, but you use that as armor. That's armor. When your heart is truly open and you've sunken into this softness and this gentle nature, that's true power. That's true armor. At the bottom of the deck here, we have well-deserved reward. This is union. Your well-deserved reward for both of you coming together. This is your aura when you come together with this person. You're going to be shining like the sun. Some of you guys could be seeing 9 everywhere. Obviously, right now, me recording this, 2025, we're in the year of the 9, the year of the snake, the year of endings and beginnings. This is always going to be the year where a lot of unions will be coming together. They want to get some poems for you guys. Now, can we get a few poems for the collective? Some of you could be feeling very drawn to wearing royal colors, like a royal blue, emerald greens. I'm being shown silks, different fabrics. So maybe you're really drawn right now to wearing different fabrics, looser fabrics where you can breathe. Jeez, right. We have here the sacred flame, anything but a game. Here sacredness is serious, to non-believers a little delirious. Wouldn't you want to stir the pot, even if it meant losing the plot? There's hidden gems in madness, divinity in profanity. God's greatest gift, innocence with a cheeky twist. The unwrapping isn't something you'll want to miss. How else will the surprise jump out and give you a big kiss? Spirit hold a rather long list. These souls are ready to see the magic they hone, unpacked all their baggage and not afraid to leave home. What comes next is a saintly secret well kept. Remembrance is a game that every incarnate has to play. You've almost got a full house. Bingo, I hear spirits say. Yeah, there's a gift coming in for you guys. And for a lot of the collective, the fact that this poem says spirit hold a rather long list, there is a lot of people now who are coming into unions because it's divine time. It's needed to, because we're in warfare and you need to armor up. And it's just by people coming into unions and meeting each other and being physical, having that love and intimate experience and coming into an embrace, it's you put armor on the collective. You put armor on it. It's a certain radius around you. You cloak them, you cover them, you put armor on them too. This is why unions are coming together right now. It's very, very powerful. We have 2 that flew over here. This first one here says, you can mess with me, but I'm 10 steps ahead. Come at my back with a knife and God will put you in your bed. Be careful how you tread or you might fall and bump your head. My soul leads the way. I don't appreciate mind games. We are not the same. You're a lost little boy looking for his next shiny toy. Didn't your mother teach you and your grandma preach to you? When you meet a woman like me, you get down on one knee. A ring is not what they speak of here, but the honour and respect of a sacred woman that your heart and soul hold dear. Yeah, a lot of these men, maybe it was the karmics around them or just the karmic cycle and energy they were in. A lot of these men, or divine masculines I should say rather, weren't seeing the divine feminine for who she was, and they were kind of seeing her as a witch. Or maybe there was spell work done and there was this confusion going on. So they weren't seeing who the karmics really were, or seeing who the divine feminine, the sacred women really were. And this is also connected to a closing out of a cycle connected to the witch trials. To women who are very, very powerful, who are tapped into their womb, who hold Mother Earth secrets, who know how to heal naturally. A lot of them by their mere presence. And we're coming to a close when it comes to those witch trials. And a lot of you would have known each other then, like your connections, you would have been together in those lifetimes. So there's a lot of clearing to do with that lifetime that is coming up to the surface right now. They're also showing me ancient Rome. So there's this clear seeing that is happening. Seeing people through the mask, and a lot of masks are falling, but there's this clarity that is happening when seeing who people really are, who God's people are, and then who Satan's people are. We have here, weed and wine are our vices, still connected to God despite this. Negativity isn't welcome here. Demonic activity doesn't bother coming near. When you stand up and face your fears, cleanliness is next to godliness that can't be made any more clear. Dancing with the devil will leave one awfully dishevelled. Rise up and face the sun. Pray with an inner devotion. Live by the heart of a lion. Today the moon is in Leo. If you take a look through the keyhole, you'll see glory, worship and praise. There'll always be brighter days when you walk through struggle with grace. This is what you've done. You walk in the heart. You walk the path of the human being. The path that Jesus Christ was showing human beings. Like, look, this is what the Most High God wants us to be doing. This is who he wants us to be rising up into our own inner Messiah, into our own guru. Don't be following anybody else as if they are Jesus Christ. They are not. Another human being is not Jesus Christ. You hold this energy within you. Christ consciousness exists within the heart. There's a need right now for you to really be turning in and to be trusting yourself, trusting your own soul, your own heart, your own intuition and your own discernment. And remember, discernment comes from the Most High God. And the more trials and tribulations, obstacles and challenges you work through, the more lessons you go through and actually overcome and actually hold and integrate those truths that you got from those lessons, the more your discernment will strengthen, because the Most High God will strengthen it for you. But you had to go through certain experiences, come into connections with certain karmics in order to hold these truths, hold these gems, hold this wisdom. One more poem, please. Thank you. We have here, when there's a will, there's a way. Don't put it off for another day. Rain, rain, go away, my childhood self would say. We're walking hand in hand, reprogrammed and connected to shamanic land. 3 stones, a white feather and ceremonial staff. Trust that the tower moments will pass. The lightning bolt strikes to activate, not to wreak havoc, that's the victim state. Divine paths are meant to be long and winding. Shortcuts are for the blind-sided. Discernment or dissonance, what would it be? You hold the key to self-mastery. What are you waiting for? Open the lock. Step into your new reality or lose the plot. Staying the same as a mad hatter's lot. You guys are choosing heaven. You're choosing ascension. I'm being shown this path over here. Yellow brick road path. You're choosing this path, and so is your person. They've been completely kicked up the arse. They keep showing me someone being kicked up by a spirit. Kicked up the arse by a spirit. Because this isn't a human. They're made of light. And they're like, right, time's up. You need to move now. You need to move. And yes, we have free will. But this person was like, they was on the bench, but they were more leaning over here. So it's like their ancestors or their spiritual court have come through and just been like, boom, and like kicked them fully over that side. But they've had this huge awakening. And again, this helmet is being removed, which was kind of like made of steel. And it was as if it was like blocking their third eye and keeping their head heavy and like weighing them down. You know that saying like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. But this wasn't a crown by the Most High God. It was like the dark forces put this crown. I'm getting like a sniggering laugh. They put this crown on this masculine or on this feminine to like push the head down, weigh it down so they couldn't lift their head up and see properly. That's been removed now by the Most High God. And the actual crown, the crown made of light, is now on the head, which isn't heavy in the same way. Yes, you have that responsibility, but it's not heavy in the same way. You have more clarity, you have more discernment. What else, Spirit? I've got to be careful with these cards because they're the sexual tarot. They got like a lot of nudity. But they wanted this deck because obviously your connection is going to be very, very yummy. It's going to have a lot of chemistry. And again, remember the pheromones. There's something about your body's pheromones, your natural scent, that's going to be changing right before you come into union, and you're going to notice it. Because obviously you get used to like your own scents, don't you? Your own smell. So if you start smelling different, you'll be like, is that me? You're going to notice. I'm seeing a scorpion. Some of you guys could be a Scorpio. I'm seeing a scorpion, but that could be significant for you. The karmics are being removed. Very swiftly and very fast, the karmics are being removed. Can I show this one? And you see the axe. I'm staring at the axe. So maybe you're seeing the axe everywhere, but these karmics are being removed. and the watchers, those who's been keeping an eye on both of you. So again, this can be both the dark forces in the spirit monitoring you, as well as giving monitoring spirits. Those who are monitoring you, they're also being removed and their eyes are going blind. So any of you that have been doing prayers, mantras, magic to assist you in pulling negative energy off you and returning to sender, this has worked, but their eyes are going blind. And then we have here, some of you guys could have a cat, a black cat. Again, Archangel Michael is around you very, very strongly and is helping you do the last of the cutting when it comes to old calls, to like old lovers that may have just faintly been there. It all has to go, because when you come into union, you have to be coming to each other like completely vulnerable and naked, not carrying any baggage whatsoever. And obviously, yes, when you meet, you're going to have certain things that will be triggered inside you and more healing to do. But you can't be coming with luggage. You can't be coming with bags. Again, some of you guys could have a black cat. Maybe you are like a witchy person. And obviously, when you come into physical union, you'll be having that Kundalini awakening. And for some of you, I'm getting like I'm wanting to move basically at the back, the bottom of the back and the spine. I'm wanting to move in like a sensual way, you know, like a belly dance, like in that way. But your Kundalini will be uncoiling again. You'll be having another awakening when it comes to your Kundalini. It's going to be uncoiling. But when you actually come together in physical union, it's going to shoot up and have this powerful awakening. That's also what the dark forces don't want, because this is going to bring on board even more supernatural abilities that we're told as human beings that that's impossible. That's just fantasy. That can't happen. We're about to see. With these unions, we're about to see. Can't really show this one. What else, Spirit? It has number 9 on it, though. It's number 9. So again, you guys could be seeing 9 everywhere. And this year is very, very significant. I'm being shown the Tower of London. So the Tower of London could be significant for somebody here. Yeah, the karmics are being removed so you guys can come together. So maybe there was like third parties involved. You see this woman here. She's staring at this couple like in a mirror that I'm watching them. It kind of looks a bit sad. And you see these two. I'm seeing it as white doves. It's only supposed to be 2 of you, not other third parties, nobody else involved, just the 2 of you. I'm hearing a song, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. That song is coming through as very, very significant. And they're showing me like Marvin Gaye coming through as significant, that kind of music. Maybe like right before you come into union, you'll be like feeling all lovey-dovey and you'll be listening to those kinds of songs. Some of you guys could even put like a playlist together. I'm hearing sex tape. But the third parties are being removed. It's only supposed to be you 2. And it's only you 2 who have access to the Akashic records that you share together. There's been like monitoring spirits and other energies that are being nosy, that are trying to see. They're trying to get a looking. Because they're trying to see when you're going to be coming into union so they can try and stop it or block it. Not going to happen. Not on the Most High God's watch. Not going to happen. What else, Spirit? Jeez. We have here 2 of Cups. Beautiful. There's a scarab beetle, so you guys could be seeing the scarab beetle as well. I always connect that to the Mummy movie. As I'm saying that, this ear has started ringing, and then there's also just like a nothingness. It started ringing and it just went as if I was deaf and there was no sound. So your ears could be doing a madness when it comes to your ascension symptoms. There's clearing going on with your higher chakras. But obviously you and your divine counterpart, you're going to have telepathy and you are meeting in the 5D, in the spirit. There's a lot going on. It's a lot. Spirit know it's a lot, which is why they're wanting you to rest and rejuvenate. Remember to pour into yourself and have time where you can just be and sit, because you need to allow everything that's going on, this reprogramming, to sink in and to integrate, to ground and to anchor. But you're going to have very, very powerful intimacy and chemistry. Some of you guys could really enjoy like camping and being in nature. You're going to be doing it outside a lot. For one of like your first of your dates, you could go on a picnic. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could have an outside wedding or sacred ceremony. Yet you're being brought together. So for some of you, you could already know who each other are. And you had like your backs to each other. Archangel Michael has been assisting you in working through this. In cutting away any cords that you don't, that are keeping you apart. They're keeping you with your backs to each other. Any third parties are all being moved and shipped out. And there's a sword down here on the bed. You will be seeing eye to eye, and this is also to do with, where's that card with the helmet? It was also to do with this, with that crown that Satan had put on. And it was like, you see this, it was like a fake clairvoyance, a fake eye, a fake sight. And again, like one of the divine masculine or feminine could have seen their karmic as being the sacred person and getting confused about it because of what this psychic attack, because of this fake helmet. We have here the other one with that would have had to work through forgiveness, because obviously the other one would have been more connected always to the Most High God and to themselves, and would have always known and seen. So with that, you have to work through forgiveness and abandonment wounds. Like, well, if I see them, I know who they are. Why didn't they see me? You have to work through that kind of wounding and that clearing which you've been doing. The forest, there's a lot of swords coming out. So Archangel Michael is coming through strongly. I always joke. I used to say this joke all the time. I was like, Archangel Michael, why can't you just incarnate as a human being and I can date you, because I had enough of these mortal men. But that's coming through. So maybe like some of you guys, particularly divine feminines, you could like say that as well. Or you see like Archangel Michael, like that's the ideal, because for a lot of these masculines, they're going to hold that energy. Archangel Michael will be very, very protective over the divine feminine. I can't show that one. This has a 9 at the back. This is it. Your backs are going to be... They're removing all the distractions, removing all the third parties, removing all the crap, removing this helmet, this crown that was put there by Satan, removing that crap. And now you guys can face each other. You're going to come together. You're going to be seeing eye to eye. 999. You could be seeing that angel number everywhere. 999. Very, very significant. Again, there's something significant about a picnic or being outside. Some of you guys could really enjoy bringing like food into the bedroom and feeding each other. What else to the collective? Need to know. We have Sage, wisdom, purification, harmony. Remember to cleanse yourself and cleanse your space, particularly where you sleep, because that's an extension of you. And sometimes you can have dreams that are sent to you from the dark forces, because obviously when you're in the astral, this is also where they try and psychically attack you, but they can't, because there you are out of your body. There you remember who you are. So you could have like dreams where people are trying to get close to you. They're trying to watch you, and you could notice that, or maybe you're with your divine counterpart in the 5D, in the astral, in the dream, and they're watching them too, and they're trying to get close to you, but they can't. They can't come near you. Some of you guys could also be having dreams of keys, like an ornate, olden, ancient style kind of key. But remember to cleanse yourself, cleanse your space. For some of you, if you get like a glass of water and you pray over it while you sleep, and ask your spiritual court to work on you while you sleep, and also ask for the water to absorb any negative energy that you are carrying, any evil light that's been projected your way. Ask the water to absorb it. Place this water under your bed, or place it to the side of you if you can't fit anything under your bed, but put it under your bed. And then in the morning you want to flush this water away and thank it in the morning down the toilet. What else? Tend. Maintenance, encouragement, guidance. At first I thought it said trend, and I had to read it 3 times. It says tend. And it's like, you want a trend. You want together as a trend, and you aren't fake. So some of you, when you come together, you could start a YouTube. You could do something together where other people are watching you and they're hearing about your story. And it's like, people can see you aren't fake. You aren't doing this as a trend. You are true. This is true love. You are true. They're going to see it and they're going to feel it. And you're going to have a lot of wisdom to share, both of you. A lot of wisdom to share about what it is to actually be with your divine counterpart in a God-ordained connection. Because it's not just a fairy tale. It's not just all about like the romance and the lovey-dovey. It's about being of service and being on the front line. And not being afraid to stand in your sovereignty and being your authentic selves. There's something that is blooming within both of you right before you come into union. There's like this little seed that you planted, and I feel like you planted this in a past life. It's now blooming. And we have the mouth here. So again, we had the throat chakra coming out. I'm connecting this to the throat chakra. Maybe it's like a secret or a truth. Something about yourself that you've never shared. You've never spoken out loud. You've never shared with anyone. You're going to be sharing with your person. It's going to be very, very healing and very freeing. It's going to release you. It's going to break the final chains. It's going to release you. Let's get one more card from this deck, please. Thank you. Mint. Abundance, persistence, proliferation. Some of you guys could work with runes. runes is coming through as significant, and maybe a certain rune keeps coming out. If you don't have your own runes, maybe like when you're watching readings, you're going on social media, you could keep seeing images of a certain rune that holds a lot of significance to you. Some of you guys could really enjoy drinking mint tea or peppermint tea, or there's a need for you to be doing that right now to help your body cleanse and rejuvenate. I'm getting to clear out your system. Some of you guys could love eating fish, or maybe you're seeing fish everywhere. Obviously fish are connected to abundance. And I get a few cards from this deck. We're going to start closing out this message, Spirit. Archangel Saldaphon with you now. Look at the harp. You guys could be hearing like faint angelic music from the other side. The seraphim are singing your song. They're singing your divine counterpart song. And they're singing the song of your union. There's a certain love song that you feel very, very drawn to and very connected to right now. It's because your divine counterpart telepathically is sending you this song. You'll be hearing it, a specific love song. And as soon as you hear it, it's like this huge smile comes over your face, and you fill up with like warmth and love. But the angels, they are singing your song, the song of your soul's blueprint, the stuff you are made up of. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could have recently lost someone. Maybe like a grandparent, an uncle or an aunt, or somebody you called an uncle or an aunt. And you could be seeing them and know that they're speaking to you through the stars. Creation, expansion in your life. This is what is going to happen when you guys come into union. Particularly the physical union. The physical, the intimacy is so, so important. Because it pulls both of your blueprints together. And you are mirrors. You are one and the same. And it's that activation. And again, I keep showing. It's like when you come together in physical intimacy. There's like this covering that goes over like miles, like a radius. It's like a cloaking. You're going to be creating a lot together. And some of you, that's also going to be a child. Some of you guys could be seeing bubbles. You know, like kids when they blow, like, I'm seeing those bubbles everywhere. So bubble is significant. We have here passion, love for life. Twin flames. This is like the symbol, the heart on fire for twin flames. But again, some of you, you'll call each other kingdom spouses, a higher level soulmate or divine counterparts. Whatever it is, you guys are God ordained. But this is that confirmation for those of you who are on the twin flame journey, who hold that kind of blueprint. You could be seeing this, and Spirit reminded me, I've done another video months back. I can't remember which one it was now. It was months back, but it was like a twin flame checkpoint. It was one of those videos, one of those readings. But I got woken up in the middle of night. It must have been like 4 a.m. I got woken up because I heard a ding. It was like a bell being rung, and I was like, what the hell? And then in front of my face, this is in my third eye, there was a heart on fire. And then Spirit just kept saying twin flame, twin flame. This was like 4 a.m. So I'm there like, what the heck? But they reminded me that happened, and I did that reading. I'll try and find which reading it was, and I'll put it in the description. But that's coming through. Maybe you guys are seeing like hearts on fire. That kind of imagery everywhere. You could be seeing this as a tattoo. Maybe you have this tattoo. Maybe your divine counterpart has that tattoo. Let's get one more card. Thank you. We have letting go. Time for release. Exactly. This is what you were doing. Because remember, when you're being reprogrammed by Mother Earth's ascension symptoms, and when you are being reprogrammed because you're being prepared to come into union, a lot has to shred and be let go. So you're like a snake right now who's in the middle of shredding your skin. You're in the middle of it. So all that skin is about to be coming off, that old skin, that crap that you don't need anymore. Let it go. That energy, that weight that's been directed and thrown your way, let it go. When you're in the shower every single morning or the evening, wherever you shower, you want to visualize that this shower isn't just washing and cleansing your physical body, but it's washing and cleansing your energy field and your aura, your spiritual body. Some of you guys could be seeing feathers everywhere. Maybe you're seeing 3 feathers. You could be seeing signs in 3s. I'm being shown 3 white butterflies as well. Oh, there's another card that was flipped over, which is detached from drama, look up. It's also what you've been doing. And this was that heavy, like, fake crown that Satan had put on one of you, either the divine feminine or the divine masculine, trying to weigh you down and keep you from your clarity and your discernment. That's been removed. So now the sun can come into your life. You're going to look up and you're going to see. And all of a sudden, you're going to be in this meadow. You're going to be surrounded by all this beauty, all this abundance, this sun, this love, unconditional love. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? It's like you go to sleep one day, you wake up one day and your life is completely different. Again, butterflies. You see the butterflies, but I was seeing white butterflies as being significant. It's get one more poem and we're closing out this reading here. One more poem for the collective, please, Spirit. Trust is staring, it's just like staring at me. This card here, the word trust is staring at me. You could be seeing this word that is coming up everywhere. And other people around you, Spirit could be speaking through them and saying trust. Trust you're going to meet your person. Or maybe you have like a family member or a friend, like somebody who randomly says to you or messaged you, like, you're going to meet your person. You will meet your person. There is somebody out there for everybody. We have here, I'm not in the mood for nicey nice. I'm best friends with Carly tonight. I licked the lolly named after Lilith. Eve's honeydew was also delicious. Both sweet like a nectar, crack jokes like a jester. Which card will I pull next? Go on, have a good guess. The ace of spades is sitting pretty. If it's the queen of hearts, that would be a pity. I'm just playing with a dark kind of witty. The fire's almost out, so I mustn't hang about. Time to pack up and go. Where next can I steal the show? So it's like you're stepping up into this confidence energy and you're claiming everything about yourself. You're claiming your dual nature. You're claiming your divine masculine, your divine feminine. Your light, your dark, your lower, your higher. You're angelic, you're demonic, because every single human being, we have both inside us and it's all intertwined. You're coming into a dance, an embrace, and a union within yourself. And again, you're accepting and you're claiming your duality within you. This is how you know you come into union and you're in balance. And this is when you will come into union externally with your destined timeline. Your person, your divine counterpart, your twin flame, your kingdom spouse, your higher level soulmate, they exist on your destined timeline. That's how you both come into alignment. So keep focused on moving yourself up in vibration, focusing on your purpose and what it is that you came here to do, and allow yourself to sit still and to be and to rejuvenate, because again, there's a lot going on. This has to happen before you come into union. But that's all the messages coming through. They're reminding me the pheromones. So how you are smelling naturally is something about your scent that's going to be shifting and changing. But that's all the messages coming through. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.